Hello and welcome back to our channel. Today we are going to learn something very important if you want to sound more fluent, confident, and professional in English at work. Many English learners feel nervous when they have to speak on the phone or join a video meeting. They use very simple phrases like okay, yes, hold on, I not understand, can you repeat, connection bad. These phrases are understandable, but professional people use smarter, calmer, and more natural English expressions during phone calls, video meetings, and online conferences. And the way you communicate on calls and in meetings changes how people see you. In this video, you will learn better English phrases for answering phone calls, starting video meetings, handling technical problems, ending calls professionally, and communicating clearly in online work situations. Everything will be explained in very simple English, so beginners can understand easily. So, relax, listen carefully, and let us start improving your professional phone and meeting English together. Lesson 1. Stop saying hold on. One of the most common mistakes English learners make during phone calls and meetings is using the phrase, hold on. For example, hold on, I check. Hold on, 1 minute. Hold on, I find the file. Hold on. These sentences are not grammatically wrong, but in professional English they can sound too casual, too informal, or sometimes even rude. At work, people usually speak in a more polite, calm, and professional way, even when they need a moment to prepare or find something. That is why learning better alternatives is very important. Small changes in your English can completely change how people see you. You sound more polite, more confident, more professional, and more fluent. Another important thing is this. Professional English is not about using difficult vocabulary. It is about using the right tone. Tone means the feeling behind your words. On phone calls and video meetings, respectful communication matters a lot. That is why phrases like, could you give me 1 moment? Please allow me a moment. I will be right with you. Let me just check that for you, sound much better than simply saying, hold on. Now, let us learn some powerful professional alternatives. Could you give me 1 moment? This is one of the best professional phrases for phone calls and video meetings. It sounds polite, respectful, and natural. Examples. Basic English. Hold on. Professional English. Could you give me 1 moment, please? Basic English. Hold on, I find the file. Professional English. Could you give me 1 moment while I locate the file? Basic English. Hold on, I check. Professional English. Could you give me 1 moment while I check that for you? This phrase is extremely common in offices, customer service calls, and professional meetings. Another reason this phrase is powerful is because it sounds softer and calmer. Professional communication should not sound rushed or careless. Even small tone changes matter greatly. Please allow me a moment. This phrase sounds polite and professional when you need a few seconds to find information or prepare. Examples. Basic English. Hold on. Professional English. Please allow me a moment. Basic English. Hold on, I'm not ready. Professional English. Please allow me a moment to prepare. Basic English. Hold on. System slow. Professional English. Please allow me a moment, the system is loading. This sounds much more respectful and natural. I will be right with you. This phrase is very useful at the start of calls or when a colleague contacts you during a busy moment. Examples. Basic English. Hold on. Professional English. I will be right with you. Basic English. Hold on, busy now. Professional English. I am just finishing something. I will be right with you. Basic English. Hold on, wait please. Professional English. Thank you for calling. I will be right with you. This sounds organized and professional. Let me just check that for you. This phrase sounds very professional and helpful. It is commonly used in customer service calls and workplace conversations. Examples. Basic English. Hold on a check. Professional English. Let me just check that for you. Basic English. Hold on. Find information. Professional English. Let me just pull up that information for you. Basic English. Hold on, look file. Professional English. Let me just locate that file quickly. This phrase creates a very professional impression. Why professional tone matters on calls. Imagine two employees answering a customer phone call. Employee 1 says, "Hold on." Employee 2 says, "Could you give me 1 moment while I check that for you?" Which person sounds more professional? Obviously, the second one. Both people need a moment to check something. But the tone is completely different. Professional English is often about communication style, not difficult grammar. Polite English creates better relationships, more respect, and smoother communication. Another important thing is confidence. Many learners think professional English means speaking very fast or using very difficult words. That is not true. Simple English spoken politely and clearly sounds much better than complicated English spoken badly. Real phone call conversation practice. Conversation 1. Caller. Could I speak to the manager, please? Receptionist. Of course. Could you give me 1 moment while I connect you? Conversation 2. Customer. I have a question about my order. Worker. Certainly. Let me just pull up your account for you. Conversation 3. Colleague. Can you discuss the report now? Employee. I am just finishing a task. I will be right with you. Common phone and meeting situations. Asking for a moment. Basic English. Hold on. Better English. Could you give me 1 moment, please? Checking something. Basic English. Hold on, I look. Better English. Let me just check that for you. System loading. Basic English. Hold on, computer slow. Better English. Please allow me a moment, the system is loading. Starting a call. Basic English. Hello? Hold on. Better English. Thank you for calling. I will be right with you. Important professional habit. One of the best ways to improve phone and meeting English is replacing basic phrases little by little. Do not try changing everything in 1 day. Simply notice your common phrases, then upgrade them slowly. For example, instead of hold on, start saying, could you give me 1 moment? This small change alone will make your English sound more professional immediately. Another powerful habit is listening. Pay attention to how professional people speak during calls, video meetings, interviews, and office conversations. You will notice something important. Most professional English is actually simple English. But the tone is calmer, more polite, and more confident. That is the real secret. You do not need perfect English to sound professional. You only need better communication habits, polite phrases, and daily practice. Replacing hold on with more professional expressions is a small change, but it creates a very big difference. So, from today, practice these phrases daily. Could you give me one moment? Please allow me a moment. I will be right with you. Let me just check that for you. The more you practice them, the more natural, fluent, and professional your English will become. Lesson 2. Stop saying, "I not understand." Many English learners use the phrase "I not understand" or "I don't understand" during phone calls and video meetings. Of course, this sentence is not always wrong. But at work, saying only "I not understand" can sometimes sound weak, careless, or unprofessional. Professional communication is not only about giving answers. It is also about sounding responsible, calm, and confident. That is why professional people often use better alternatives, instead of simply saying "I not understand." Small language changes create a completely different impression. For example, imagine a manager explains a task during a meeting. Employee 1 says, "I not understand." Employee 2 says, "Could you please clarify that for me?" Which person sounds more professional? Obviously, the second one. Why? Because the second answer sounds respectful and engaged. Professional English is often about attitude and tone. Even when you do not understand something, you can still sound confident and professional. Now, let us learn better workplace alternatives. Could you please clarify that? This phrase sounds softer and more professional. It shows you are paying attention without sounding careless. Examples. Basic English. "I not understand." Professional English. "Could you please clarify that?" Basic English. "I don't understand what you said." Professional English. "Could you please clarify what you mean?" This sounds calm and respectful. Could you repeat that, please? This is one of the most useful professional phrases during calls and online meetings. Instead of ending the conversation with "I not understand," you show willingness to listen carefully. Examples. Basic English. "I not understand." Professional English. "Could you repeat that, please?" Basic English. "I not hear you." Professional English. "I am sorry, could you repeat that?" The line was not very clear. Basic English. "Say again, please." Professional English. Cow. "Could you say that again, please?" This phrase is extremely common in phone calls, customer service, and online meetings. "I want to make sure I understand correctly." This phrase sounds very professional because it shows care and attention. You may not have understood everything, but you are working to understand fully. Examples. Basic English. "I not understand." Professional English. "I want to make sure I understand correctly." Basic English. I don't understand the plan. Professional English. I want to make sure I understand the plan correctly. Could you summarize the main points? This creates trust and confidence. I will need to go over that again. This phrase is very useful in professional English. It means you need to review or think about what was said more carefully. Examples. Basic English. I not understand. Professional English. I will need to go over that again. Basic English. I don't understand the steps. Professional English. I will need to go over those steps again. Could you send me the details in an email? This sounds calm, mature, and professional. Why tone matters during calls and meetings? At work, communication affects how people see you. If your responses sound confused or negative, people may think you are not paying attention, not interested, or not capable. But professional phrases create a different image. They show responsibility, effort, confidence, and professionalism. Even when you do not understand something, you can still communicate professionally. That is a very important workplace skill. Real workplace examples. Situation 1. Manager explains a new process. Basic English. I not understand. Professional English. You. Could you please clarify that? I want to make sure I follow the correct steps. This sounds much better. Situation 2. Customer explains a complaint over the phone. Basic English. I not understand you. Professional English. I am sorry. Could you repeat that? I want to make sure I understand your concern correctly. This sounds polite and helpful. Situation 3. Colleague shares information in a video meeting. Basic English. I don't understand. Professional English. I want to make sure I understand. Could you go over that point once more? This sounds responsible and engaged. Daily practice. Tips to improve your workplace phone and meeting English. Start replacing basic phrases slowly. Instead of I not understand, practice saying, could you please clarify that? Or, could you repeat that please? Or, I want to make sure I understand correctly. Repeat these phrases loudly every day. Use them during calls, meetings, emails, and conversations. The more you practice, the more natural they become. Final message. You do not need perfect English to sound professional. You only need better communication habits and more professional phrases. Remember this carefully. Professional people do not always understand everything immediately, but they communicate calmly, respectfully, and confidently. So, from today, stop saying I not understand and start using, could you please clarify that? Could you repeat that, please? I want to make sure I understand correctly. I will need to go over that again. These simple phrases will make your English sound more fluent, professional, and confident during calls and meetings. Lesson 3. Stop saying connection bad. Many English learners use phrases like connection bad, internet problem, cannot hear, signal bad, screen freeze when there are technical issues during video meetings or online calls. These phrases are understandable, but in professional English, they sound very informal and sometimes unclear. At work, communication should sound clear, polite, respectful, and professional, even when there are technical difficulties. That is why professional people usually use calmer and more natural phrases when talking about technical problems during calls or video meetings. Small changes in language create a much better impression. Now, let us learn better alternatives. I'm having some connection issues. This is one of the most common professional phrases when internet problems happen during calls or online meetings. It sounds clear and natural. Examples: basic English, connection bad. Professional English: I'm having some connection issues. Basic English: internet problem. Professional English: I seem to be having some internet issues. Basic English: signal bad today. Professional English: my connection seems a little unstable today. This phrase sounds much more professional and respectful. Could you hear me clearly? This phrase sounds professional and polite when checking if your voice is coming through well. Examples: basic English: can you hear? Professional English: could you hear me clearly? Basic English: hear me okay? Professional English: I just want to check. Could you hear me clearly? This phrase is common in professional phone calls and video meetings. I think I lost you for a moment. This phrase is useful when the other person's voice or video cut out briefly during a call. Examples: basic English: you disappear, say again. Professional English: I think I lost you for a moment. Could you repeat that? Basic English: connection drop, what you say? Professional English: I'm sorry, I think I lost you for a moment. Could you say that again? This sounds calm and professional. Let me try to reconnect. This phrase sounds professional and solution-focused when you need to deal with a technical problem. Examples: basic English: connection bad, wait. Professional English: I am sorry for the interruption. Let me try to reconnect. Basic English: internet drop, I rejoin. Professional English: my connection dropped. Let me try to reconnect quickly. This sounds organized and professional. Why professional tone matters during technical difficulties. Imagine two employees in an important video meeting when their internet has problems. Employee 1 says, connection bad, wait. Employee 2 says, I apologize for the interruption. I am having some connection issues. Could you give me a moment to reconnect? Which person sounds more professional? The second person. Why? Because professional communication is not only about information. It is also about respect and tone, even during difficult moments. At work, technical problems happen to everyone. The difference between professionals and beginners is how calmly and politely they handle these situations. Real workplace examples. Situation 1. Video call with client suddenly freezes. Basic English: screen freeze, wait. Professional English: I apologize. My screen seems to have frozen. Could you give me one moment? Situation 2. Audio cuts out during a team meeting. Basic English. Cannot hear. Problem audio. Professional English. I'm sorry. I could not hear that clearly. Could you repeat? Situation 3. Internet drops during a phone call. Basic English. Call drop. I call back. Professional English. I apologize, my connection dropped. I will call you right back. Daily practice tips. Dutch. Start replacing basic technical phrases slowly. Instead of connection bad, practice saying, I am having some connection issues. Instead of cannot hear, practice saying, I am sorry, could you repeat that? The line is a little unclear. Repeat these phrases loudly every day. Use them during video calls, online meetings, and phone conversations. The more you practice, the more natural they become. Final message. Professional English is not about speaking complicated English. It is about speaking politely, clearly, and confidently, even when things go wrong. Small language changes create a very big difference at work. So, from today, stop saying connection bad, internet problem, signal bad, and start using, I'm having some connection issues. Could you hear me clearly? I think I lost you for a moment. Let me try to reconnect. These simple phrases will immediately make your English sound more professional, respectful, and fluent during calls and meetings. Lesson 4. Professional phone call vocabulary. Phone calls are a very important part of work life. People make phone calls every day for meetings, customer service, sales, updates, project discussions, and business communication. That is why phone call vocabulary is very important in professional English. Many English learners know basic English words, but during phone calls, they feel nervous because they do not know common professional expressions for starting a call, putting someone on hold, transferring a call, leaving a message, or ending a call politely. The good news is this. Professional phone English is often simple. You only need to learn the right words and phrases people use every day at work. Today, we will learn important professional phone call vocabulary that will help you sound more fluent, confident, and professional. Speaking? This means talking, especially during a phone call when confirming who you are. Examples. Basic English. Yes, this is me. Professional English. Speaking. When someone calls and asks for you by name, simply say, speaking. This is polite and professional. Hold, meaning asking someone to wait on the line. Examples. Basic English. Wait 1 minute. Professional English. Could you please hold for 1 moment? Basic English. Stay on phone. Professional English. I will put you on hold, briefly. This word sounds more professional than simply saying, wait. Transfer, meaning to send a call to another person or department. Examples. Basic English. I send you to other person. Professional English. Let me transfer your call. Basic English. Wait, I give you to manager. Professional English. I will transfer you to the manager now. This word sounds organized and professional. Voicemail, meaning a recorded message left when someone cannot answer. Examples. Basic English. I left message on phone. Professional English. I left you a voicemail. Basic English. Check your phone message. Professional English. Please check your voicemail when you have a chance. This word is very common in professional workplaces. Callback, meaning to call someone back after a missed call. Examples. Basic English. I will call you again. Professional English. I will arrange a callback. Basic English. Call me back later. Professional English. Could I arrange a callback at a convenient time? This word helps communication sound more organized. Available, meaning free to take or make a phone call. Examples. Basic English. Can you talk now? Professional English. Are you available to talk? Basic English. Manager not free. Professional English. The manager is not available at the moment. This word sounds much more professional. Confirm, meaning to check or make something certain. Examples. Basic English. I check this. Professional English. Let me confirm that for you. Basic English. Right, yes, correct. Professional English. I can confirm that. This word is used every day in offices and phone calls. Note down, meaning to write something important during a call. Examples. Basic English. I write. Professional English. Let me note that down. Basic English. Say address again. I write. Professional English. A. Could you repeat the address? I will note it down. This phrase helps calls sound more organized. Why phone call? Vocabulary matters. Phone calls are not only about sharing information. They are also about communication style. Professional vocabulary helps you sound organized, calm, confident, and experienced. Even if your English is simple, using workplace phone vocabulary correctly creates a strong impression. For example, basic English. Wait, I get manager. Professional English. Could you hold for a moment? I will transfer you to the manager. The second sentence sounds much more professional. Real phone call, conversation, practice. Conversation 1. Dial. Caller. Could I speak to Mr. Ahmed, please? Receptionist. Speaking. How can I help you? Conversation 2. Caller. Is the manager available? Receptionist. He is not available at the moment. Could I take a message? Conversation 3. Manager do wine. I missed a call from this number. Assistant. Yes, they left a voicemail. Would you like me to play it for you? Conversation 4. Customer. Dial. I need to speak to the billing department. Employee? Of course. Let me transfer your call now. Sounding more professional on phone calls. Many learners become nervous during phone calls because they try using very difficult English. But professional English is usually simple and clear. The real goal is clear communication, polite tone, and confidence. For example, instead of wait, I find manager, say could you hold for a moment? I will transfer you to the manager. Instead of I don't know, say let me check that and call you back. These small changes sound much more fluent. Daily practice, tip bite. Practice professional phone vocabulary daily. Repeat words loudly. Transfer voicemail callback. Confirm, available, hold. Then, practice full sentences. The more you repeat professional phrases, the more natural they become during real phone calls. Listening to business English videos and professional phone call examples also helps greatly. Final message. Professional phone calls become much easier when you know common workplace vocabulary. You do not need difficult English. You simply need the right phrases, calm communication, and regular practice. So, from today, practice using words like speaking, hold, transfer, voicemail, callback, confirm, available, note down to you. These words are used every day in professional workplaces around the world. And the more you use them, the more confident, fluent, and professional your English will sound during phone calls. Lesson 5. Better ways to open and close meetings. At work, people join meetings every day. During online calls, office discussions, team briefings, and project reviews, employees need to open meetings professionally, manage the conversation, and close the meeting clearly. That is why professional meeting opening and closing phrases are very important. Many English learners are not sure how to start a video call or phone meeting professionally. They say things like, "Okay, everyone here? Let us start." Good. We begin now. These phrases are understandable, but they can sound informal or unorganized in professional situations. Professional English should sound calm, respectful, polite, and structured. Now, let us learn better ways to open and close meetings. Better ways to open a meeting. Thank you all for joining today. This is simple and very professional. Example. Basic English. Okay, we start. Professional English. Thank you all for joining today. Let us begin. Shall we get started? This phrase sounds polite and natural. Example. Basic English. Okay, start now. Professional English. Shall we get started? I would like to begin by. This phrase sounds organized and professional. Example. Basic English. First we talk about sales. Professional English. I would like to begin by discussing our sales update. Today we have a few items to cover. This phrase helps set a clear agenda. Example. Basic English. Many things to talk. Professional English. Today we have a few items to cover. Let us go through them one by one. These phrases help meetings sound more professional and structured. Better ways to close a meeting. Professional people usually end meetings clearly and politely. To summarize what we discussed. Example. Basic English. Okay, finish. That is all. Professional English. To summarize what we discussed today, the main action points are as follows. I think that covers everything for today. Example. Basic English. Done. That is it. Professional English. I think that covers everything for today. Thank you everyone for your time. Are there any final questions? This phrase sounds organized and respectful. Example. Basic English. Question? No? Okay, bye. Professional English. Before we close, are there any final questions? Real workplace conversation. Manager. Thank you all for joining today. Shall we get started? Team. Yes, ready. Manager. I would like to begin by reviewing last week's progress. Today we have 3 items to cover. After the meeting. Manager. To summarize what we discussed, the deadlines are confirmed for next Friday. Are there any final questions before we close? Employee. No, everything is clear. Thank you. Manager. Excellent. I think that covers everything for today. Thank you all for your time. Why meeting opening and closing matters? People remember how a meeting starts and how it ends. A professional opening creates focus and confidence. A professional close creates clarity and respect. The more professional phrases you practice, the more fluent and confident your English will sound during meetings. Lesson 6. Professional email phrases for online communication. Emails and online messages are a very important part of workplace communication today. People send emails and messages every day for meetings, updates, project discussions, teamwork, and business conversations. That is why professional written communication is very important in modern workplaces. Many English learners write messages using very basic English like, "Please call me." Send file fast. What happening? Reply me. These messages are understandable, but they do not sound professional. Professional emails and messages usually sound clear, polite, organized, and respectful. Now, let us learn useful professional phrases for online communication. Starting a professional message. I hope this message finds you well. This is a very common professional message opening. Example. Basic English. Hello. Professional English. I hope this message finds you well. I am following up on. This phrase explains the reason for your message. Example. Basic English. I want to know about meeting. Professional English. I am following up on our meeting from earlier this week. Asking for something professionally. Would it be possible to? This is one of the best professional phrases. Example. Basic English. Can you call me? Professional English. Would it be possible to arrange a call at your convenience? I would be grateful if you could. Example. Basic English. Send me file, please. Professional English. I would be grateful if you could share the relevant file. Sending follow-up messages professionally. Just a gentle reminder. This phrase is very common in offices and business emails. Example. Basic English. You forget, reply. Professional English. Just a gentle reminder regarding our earlier discussion. Ending a professional message. Please do not hesitate to reach out. Example. Basic English. Contact me any question. Professional English. Please do not hesitate to reach out if you have any questions. Looking forward to connecting with you. Example. Basic English. Talk soon. Professional English. I look forward to connecting with you. These small changes make online messages and emails sound much more professional. Why professional written communication matters. Your messages and emails represent you professionally. Good written communication creates trust, respect, and professionalism. Even simple English can sound very professional if the tone is polite and organized. Lesson 7. Workplace problem solving during calls and meetings. Every workplace has problems sometimes. Systems stop working during calls. Meetings get delayed. Important files cannot be found. Misunderstandings happen. That is why professional people learn how to speak calmly during problems, even during live calls and video meetings. Many English learners use very negative or emotional phrases, like big problem now, everything broken, I cannot do anything, this terrible. But professional English sounds calmer and more solution-focused. Instead of focusing only on the problem, professional people focus on solutions. Better workplace phrases during problems. Let us troubleshoot this together. I will look into this straight away. Please bear with me while I resolve this. Let us work through this step by step. I will get back to you as soon as I have an answer. Examples. Basic English. Big problem, I don't know. Professional English. Let me look into this straight away and get back to you shortly. Basic English. Everything broken, cannot fix. Professional English. Please bear with me while I resolve this issue. Basic English. I give up, not working. Professional English. Let us troubleshoot this together and find a solution. Professional communication sounds calm, respectful, and focused on solving problems. Small conversation. Manager. There seems to be an issue with the presentation file. Employee. I understand. Please bear with me. I will resolve this straight away. Manager. How long do you think it will take? Employee. I will get back to you within the next few minutes with an update. The more calmly you speak during difficult situations, the more professional you sound. Lesson 8. Professional teamwork language during calls and meetings. Good communication during calls and meetings helps teams work better together. Employees communicate with coworkers, managers, clients, and teams every day through phone calls and online meetings. That is why teamwork vocabulary is very useful in professional conversations. Professional people use positive and supportive language, even during stressful calls or busy meetings. Useful teamwork phrases during calls and meetings. That is a great suggestion. I completely agree with that approach. Could we build on that idea? I think we should take that forward. Let me support you on that. Examples. Basic English. Good idea. Professional English. That is a great suggestion. Let me build on that. Basic English. Yes, agree. Professional English. I completely agree with that approach. Basic English. Okay, I help you. Professional English. Let me support you on that. We can work through it together. These phrases create better working relationships during calls and meetings. Why teamwork language matters. People enjoy working with respectful, supportive, and positive colleagues. Professional teamwork language helps create trust, cooperation, and better communication, even during online calls and video meetings. Even simple positive phrases can make a huge difference at work. Small conversation. Coworker. I am not sure about the new timeline. Employee. That is a great point. Could we discuss it now, and agree on the best approach? Coworker. I think we need more time. Employee. I completely agree. Let me raise that with the manager and get back to you. Positive communication makes workplaces better and more professional. Lesson 9. Sound more confident during calls and meetings. Confidence changes how people listen to you, especially during phone calls and video meetings, where people cannot always see your body language. Many English learners speak too softly, hesitate too much, or use too many weak words during calls. For example, maybe, I think, maybe, sorry, possibly, perhaps. This makes communication sound uncertain and unprepared. Professional English during calls sounds clear and confident. Better professional phrases. What I would suggest is, in my view, the best approach would be, I am confident that. I recommend that we. From my perspective. Examples. Basic English. Maybe we do this. Professional English. What I would suggest is that we move forward with this plan. Basic English. I think maybe this works. Professional English. I am confident that this approach will be effective. Basic English. Possibly good idea. Professional English. In my view, this is the strongest option we have. These small changes make your English sound more professional immediately during live conversations. Small conversation. Manager. Kai. What do you recommend for the project timeline? Employee. From my perspective, I would suggest a 2-week extension. I am confident this will improve the final quality. Manager. Do you think the team will agree? Employee. In my view, yes. I recommend we raise it at tomorrow's meeting. Confidence is not about speaking perfect English. It is about speaking clearly, calmly, and professionally. Lesson 10.1. Practice professional phone and meeting English every day. Professional English for phone calls and video meetings improves through daily practice. You do not need difficult vocabulary. You need clear communication, polite phrases, confidence, and consistency. Practice professional phone and meeting English every day during real calls, video meetings, practice conversations, and listening exercises. Listen to professional English regularly. Watch business English videos about phone calls and meetings. Repeat useful phrases loudly. The more you practice, the more natural your English becomes. Another important thing is this. Professional English for calls and meetings is not about sounding perfect. It is about sounding clear, respectful, calm, and confident. Even small improvements create big changes. For example, instead of hold on, say, could you give me 1 moment? Instead of I not understand, say, could you please clarify that? Instead of connection bad, say, I'm sorry, I am having some connection issues. These small changes make your English sound much more professional. Final message. Do not fear making mistakes during calls or meetings. Every fluent speaker improves step by step. Keep practicing daily. Keep learning professional phone and meeting phrases. Keep speaking confidently. And slowly, your professional English for phone calls and video meetings will become more fluent, more natural, and more powerful. If you enjoyed this video, please like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel for more easy and powerful English lessons.